Hello and welcome to Wednesday's episode of Nieves Law Firm Live. And I'm calling today's episode, We Make It Work Wednesday. So I got a question earlier about expungements, like what is an expungement? And I think it kind of stemmed from like the certificate of rehabilitation that I was talking about and like what can we actually do to clean up somebody's record. And the term expungement, usually when people hear it, they think that means that something will be erased from their record. But in actuality, in California, what we have is a petition for dismissal under Penal Code Section 1203.4. And what that means is like when you're convicted, your Department of Justice background actually gets like entries logged on there. So there's an entry, and when somebody looks at your rap sheet, for instance, there's like an entry that shows the arrest, and there's an entry that shows what happened with the actual court case if it got filed. And so there's a line entry that says that you were convicted and maybe you were sentenced to, 3 years of probation and some county jail time, or who knows what happened in the case, but those details are basically typed in. And then when you petition for a dismissal, the language on that paperwork actually changes. So now think of somebody deleting what they typed in and now typing the word dismissed. So your conviction turns into a dismissal. It doesn't like erase the language completely. Nobody takes a big, select all and hits the delete button. What they do is they change the language. If somebody wanted to take care of the actual arrest, like to seal and destroy the arrest on their record, they'd have to file what's called a motion for factual innocence. And usually those are based on situations where people have, there was really no evidence or supporting facts in the first place to arrest this person. And usually in those circumstances, the DA's office has received the case and decided not to prosecute. And what we'll do is we'll petition the law enforcement agency first and say, hey, you made this arrest. DA's office has declined prosecution. And now what we want to do is destroy that report of arrest. And sometimes we've gotten the law enforcement to agree, and other times we'll have to take it one step further and actually file a motion with the court. And we'll notice the DA will show up and we'll argue to the court whether or not there was sufficient evidence in the first place, a sufficient cause for the police to make this arrest. And when, if we win, which we just won one about 3 weeks ago, if we are successful in that, then what happens is an order is issued to seal the record, and then 3 years later it's destroyed. So those are usually the ways that you can successfully, dismiss your petition dismiss your conviction or seal and destroy a record. Sometimes there are programs, like let's say there was a drug conviction or drug charges that rather than taking a plea, you did something like drug court. Drug court in Alameda County actually results in a sealing and destroying of your record if you successfully complete the program. So there are some other ways to go about sealing and destroying the record. If you actually cooperate, do what you have to do, it's a drug charge. You can get drug tested. Don't use drugs. And then, show up to court when you have to show up to court. Ultimately, after a few months of reporting and testing and, taking your NA classes and things like that, a court will certify that you have successfully completed the program and then give you an order to seal and destroy. So, why I call this We Make It Work is because whatever issue our clients are facing, all they need to do is give us a call and we will figure out their eligibility. We'll, point you guys in the right direction as to whether or not you can petition now. Even if you're on probation, sometimes we're able to file something to terminate your probation early. So if we're able to do that, we'll let you know. Then we also will talk about just the other steps that we can take to get you on the right path again. So we make it work. And if it's something that you have an issue with and you'd want some more information, go ahead and give us a call. We'll add the number in the post box, but it's 510-588-8581. 510-588-8581, or you can call 510-779-2082. So I will talk to you guys again tomorrow, and thanks for tuning in. Hi, Tate. Good to see you on here. Bye.